Hello, my loves. I hope you're doing well. I am your lovely host, the Miss Njeri, and welcome back to our community, the Black Grey White podcast, where we share love and do life together. So, speaking of love, by the way, Valentine's was just yesterday. As I'm recording this, Valentine's was yesterday. So, I hope that you are loved, or you loved yourself, you celebrated that day of love well, whether na mtu wako or your parent or your sibling or your best friend or your colleague or your child or your grandmother, whoever it is that you showed love to or you received love from. I just hope that you are full of love, and if you didn't, please receive this warm hug from me. I'm literally hugging myself right now. Nimejihug. Please receive that warm hug from me. And yes, I just generally hope you're okay. So welcome to this episode where I narrate to you how I spent my Valentine's almost being conned. Sometimes, by the way, I when I reflect upon my days or just experiences I've had in life, I just can't help but laugh, because what the hell was yesterday? But anyway, let me not say so much. Let's just get right into it. Hello, my loves. I hope you're doing well. I am your lovely host, the Miss Njeri, and welcome back to our community, the Black Grey White podcast, where we share love and do life together. So, speaking of love, by the way, Valentine's was just yesterday. As I'm recording this, Valentine's was yesterday. So, I hope that you are loved, or you loved yourself, you celebrated that day of love well, whether na mtu wako or your parent or your sibling or your best friend or your colleague or your child or your grandmother, whoever it is that you showed love to or you received love from. I just hope that you are full of love, and if you didn't, please receive this warm hug from me. I'm literally hugging myself right now. Nimejihug. Please receive that warm hug from me. And yes, I just generally hope you're okay. So welcome to this episode where I narrate to you how I spent my Valentine's almost being conned. Sometimes, by the way, I when I reflect upon my days or just experiences I've had in life, I just can't help but laugh, because what the hell was yesterday? But anyway, let me not say so much. Let's just get right into it. So, this is not a story about love. This is not about how somebody's son loved on me yesterday or showered me with a lot of gifts or love, or or I got a surprise or even a flower. Gosh, I actually wish I just got a flower. But unfortunately, this is not that kind of a story. This is a story about the struggle of looking for a job, the real struggle of looking for a job. So, the day before Valentine's, now, which is 13th of February, I was on LinkedIn. So I was just, updating my CV. I was just updating my LinkedIn. Also, adding my skills, looking for jobs, applying for some, nini nini. So I did apply for 3 jobs. That was morning of February 13th. I did apply for a few jobs. A few hours later, say like late afternoon, I got a text back. A lady responded to me. I had applied for a job she was offering on sales and marketing specialist, because it's something I have done, and I felt this is something I know I would execute it well. So I don't even remember applying for that. Like, I don't remember the specifications of that lady or that job at that time when I was reading the message that she had sent back. But that's what happened. So let me just take you through this slowly to the story to pole 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 pole. Ndio elewe mbona hii story ni hii story ni funny. Nyinyi watu wa global, nyinyi watu wa global. Nyinyi watu wa global ndio naongelelea. Hii story ni ya watu wa global, but it's not global. Anyway, I apply for this job. This lady texts me back. So the first things that I realized about, the first thing, not even that I realized, that I noticed about her text back was, number one, she did not call me for an interview. The text started something like, hello, massive congratulations to you. We would like to let you know that we have picked you to be part of our team. So we would like you to come to our offices located here and here and here at this and this time. These are the requirements that we want you to come with, and then we'll take you through your role. We'll tell you what you'll be required to do, and how you'll be required to act in order to be in this company, all those nini. So the first red flag that I saw was that I had not been called for an interview. And when I was applying for that job, when I did the quick apply, when somebody's hiring on LinkedIn, they'll tell you how many applicants have also sent, have also applied for it. Have also sent, have also applied for it. And I remember there were like 127. So kozi inakwambianga ati check how you compare to 127 other applicants. So I remember there were so many, and it didn't make sense to me why I was not being called for an interview. Literally, she just told me, you got the job, please come tomorrow, I can't wait to work with you. And of course, maybe my ego kidogo itafikiria, could it be that my CV is that great? Could it be that truly she saw that I'm truly experienced in this field and that I'd do a great job? But still, it didn't make sense to me. So what I did now, later, after that, the next thing that I did after that, after that first red flag, is now I went on to check her profile. Initially, when I was applying for it, I didn't check her profile, by the way. I just applied because I remember when I read the job requirements and specifications, it just sounded something something that I've done. I'm just like, this, I'll just forward my CV. I'll just forward my CV and see what's going to happen. So now I clicked on her page, on her profile. Now, I've not used LinkedIn for long. It's not even for long. I've been on LinkedIn for a while, but sijui venye ina operate vizuri, like I don't know. I don't know. What am I trying to say? I don't know what to look out for. I don't know what would stand out as a red flag in comparison maybe to another app. Like, for example, if you DM me on Instagram and your account has 3 followers and it was opened a month ago, you're probably a bot, or you're a scammer, you are it's just a fake account to me. So I don't know if the same rules that apply to other social media platforms also apply to a platform like LinkedIn. But this is now my second red flag. So my second red flag was her profile. She created a profile 3 months ago. 3 months ago, she has only posted in the last 1 or 2 weeks, and by post I mean like quotes here and here, here and here, here and there, a picture here and there, like picture na quotes, like just a few, like 4 of them. There aren't even many. And then she updated her LinkedIn a month ago, and I think it shows kuna place kama hiyo nilisoma kitu kama hiyo. She updated her LinkedIn only a month ago. She's been on LinkedIn for 3 months, updated her LinkedIn a month ago. Red flag number 3, the company that she had indicated, and I don't know why I hadn't thought of this or done this before applying for it. And this was now part of my takeaways, that before I actually go ahead and apply or send my CV to somebody, I'm going to research on the company first and all those things, so that I can decide if also it's a company that I would want to work with or something. So anyway, red flag number 3, number 4, I think number 3. Red flag number 3 was that the company that was indicated there, that apparently she has worked for 3 years, was not on Google search. You see, now all this I'm doing after now she has texted me back, when now she responded. So red flag number 3, the company is not on Google search. Truly, I search for it, but I even now tafted on social media pages, but I'm like, maybe Google has a problem. Haiwezi kuwa umelist kitu and umelist kitu LinkedIn na haiko. Unaelewa, haiwezi kuwa ni kitu ati haiko. So that's red flag number 3. So anyway, they had called me to go in the next day which was now Valentine's Day. So, like I've said, this is a story of how I basically spent my Valentine's. Well, only Valentine's morning, but yeah, Valentine's. So they had called me in the next day. So yesterday. So I decided, by the way, because mume nipatia location and your contacts and sijui what, like all those things. I was like, and also remember, when you're looking for a job, you are, I mean, I don't want to say you're desperate, but you really want to go out there and find out for yourself if this is something worth, worth your time, or worth the money, or whatever it is. In short, nilijituma tu, nilisema tu acha tu niende. Let me just go see what it's about. I'm going to wake up in the morning, I'm going to dress well, I'm going to get my documents in check, I'm going to do this, do that, I'll be there on time, nini nini. So mimi ni nani? Wacha kwanza nikwambie misiba zilinipata hiyo asubuhi. So before I slept, I realized sina kiatu ya kuenda interview. Yes, I said what I said. Sina kiatu ya kuenda interview. Ile yenye ningeenda nayo imekatika mahali, and sikuwa nimepeleka kwa fundi. So I woke up in the morning, I dressed up, I wore some dirty shoes naendanga tu nazo tu kwa duka, like they were just laying around. I wore those shoes because I remember when I was walking towards the stage, wale watu wenye waliniona walikuwa like, people actually looking at me, like mtu anakuangalia uso, then anakuangalia miguu, as in anaone kama umechizi. You look like a mad person. I mean, you can't be dressed nicely and then chini uko na makofokofo. Because that's basically what I had, makofokofo. Anyway, nimeenda kupelekea fundi kiatu. Tell me why I spent 40 hours there. Tell me why I spent 3,000 light years there. So it is now it's already a hectic morning. I don't have shoes. I left my phone in the house for like 10 minutes. This is not before nitoke sasa nipeleke kiatu kwa fundi. I left my phone in the house. I had to come back for it. I was sweating. And this whole time, in my subconscious, I'm quote unquote thinking about those red flags that I spotted there the previous day, But at the same time, I'm just like in my head, najiambia too, you know what? Let's just go. Let's just find out for our own. This could be an opportunity. But then when you're jobless, or when you're looking for a job, or when you're tamaking, or however it is you'd want to phrase it, inakwanga mindset, like when you walk into a room, or you walk into an interview, or you've been called somewhere, or whatever, you get an opportunity, the mindset that you operate on, this could be an opportunity, this could be a good chance for me, this could be, so let's go and find out, like, rarely, unless you have reasons to, well, that's funny because clearly I had reasons to not go for this one, but rarely will you not push, rarely will you, not push yourself to reach, for those opportunities that present themselves to you. So this morning, mimi in my head niko actually this mpaka nimesahau hizo red flags. In my head, I'm just like, this is going to be a good opportunity. If anything, I prayed. I knelt down and I prayed. I'm like, Lord, if this is you, if this is a breakthrough that you've decided to offer me, if this is you are doing, please, may you bless it. Tangulia before nifike. Guy. Ukijipata unaomba Mungu unasema tangulia before nifike. Uko kwa shida, uko mataani. Wow, by the way, this is just funny because now as I think about all the struggle that I went through before, like it's just crazy to me. Anyway, this is how I usually deviate from a story, but acha sanirudi. So I left my phone for a couple of minutes after nimetoka nje. I had to come back for it. I was sweating the whole time. Kiatu yangu ilikuwa imekatika. I went to the fundi, and this guy bedeni kama alinicheza. I gave him that shoe, akashona hii side ingine. So ananipatia kiatu, hiyo place ilikuwa imetokana haijashonwa. Nashindwa, kwani so anyway, in short, I ended up paying double because at that whole time, mi niko hapo kwa fundi, niko stage, naangalia bus zikija tu one after the other. I'm looking at the time. I'm remembering that jam ya Thika Road inakuanga like on weekdays, on mornings or weekdays. A lot is going through my head, and I don't want to lose this God-given opportunity. So anyway, long story short, I make it to town on time, by the way. I mean, just right on time. If anything, niliingia hiyo ofisi 9:30 sharp. 9:30 sharp. So the first thing, once I got to the building and I went now to the office where I had been directed to avail myself in, I don't know. First thing is I find a guy amekaa hapo nje. He has a notebook, not a notebook, like a big book, zile vitabu za watchman zenye mnaenda mnajiandikisha. I'm just like, okay. He's like, okay, who has referred you? I gave the name of the lady who had texted me on Instagram, the one that I applied to, who has referred you. I told him, do you have your ID? Please help me with your ID. So he took my details down. Then he directed me into a room that nitaingia. Wacheni niwaambie, by the way, wacheni niwaambie, juu nishaijipata kwa situation kama hii kitambo. When I used to do a lot of promo jobs, there's a time, there's 1 or 2 times nimejipata in quote unquote interviews where you go, there's a group of so many people, you look around the room and you just know whatever is happening here, it's a scam. You people are either about to waste my time or pay me peanuts or scam me. It's either those 3 things. There's nothing good that's going to come out of it. So the first thing I noticed, number 1, is that it's an empty room with plastic chairs and a bunch of people sat there. And I'm just like, oh, Jesus Christ. Hizi ni zile vitu mnaendaga mnapatiwa Colgate inaitwa sijui safisha. Mnaambiwa muuze 37 bob. Oh my God, I'm just like, aki God. But now, mi nishafika. I woke up at 6:30 in the morning to prepare myself, to get ready, to sweat, venye nime sweat, to repair my shoe. I didn't even have breakfast. So by the time even I'm getting there, I'm hungry. And then you're going to tell me that I'm just going to get in and leave. I'm like, hapana, wacha nikae chini. I need to know what this thing is zenye nimeitiwa. So anyway, nimefika, nimekaa chini. I'm looking around, by the way. Also when you go for an interview, this is not something that everyone does, but this is something I do personally. I do like to look around, look at the people who are working there, look at the work environment, not work environment, the environment of the workplace, yani, what meets your eye, how people have dressed, even the people who have come for the interview, how they have dressed, what age, wanaka, I look at everything, and then in short, I just study my environment. So when I'm looking around, I notice they're as in, oh my goodness. I even feel a bit ashamed saying this, by the way. I notice this thing is not serious. Because mbona mimi nakani kama nimekuja interview na watu wanakani kama wamekuja kucheza PS. Mbona mnakani kama wamekuja kucheza PS na mimi nimekuja hapa kutafuta job. You guys, I'm serious about this. Are you guys not serious? Are you guys not serious? Even for a second mpaka nikajiambia, it could be that this is like the waiting room or something, and then kuna wale wata interview, and then kuna sisi wenye tumeitwa. Kuna sisi wenye tumeitwa. So for the next couple of minutes, say 30 to 1 hour, yes, 1 hour, and that's the longest time. So for the next couple of minutes, guys are just coming in. A few people actually left. I think when you're called somewhere and you sat umeweka chini almost 1 hour, there's nobody attending to you, you don't know what's going on. Also, usisahau, people read the environment. Tunaelewa. Even those people that left, I don't blame them. I think they already saw that this is a waste of time, and they knew this is not, as in, waliamwacha tu nijiondoe tu kwa hii nonsense. So for the next 1 hour, guys are coming in. A lot of guys came in. We were like a bunch of like 50 people, and then other people left. Yeah. Another thing that I noticed about the room, actually the first thing I noticed is the empty room with the chairs and just guys sat. The second thing I noticed, and let me tell you, the moment I see it, I saw it, I just laughed. But the reason actually why nilikaa kutoka hiyo time up to, because I stayed there for like another 40 minutes, up to the time when I left, it's just because I was just like, no, if you guys made me come here in the morning, kama sijakula, na mpaka nimengangana hivyo kuja, I need to know what this nonsense is. I need to know what this bullshit is. Now let me tell you, kwa ukuta pale juu, they have oh hey guy, there's no way to say it in English, so just allow me to just say it in Kiswahili. Wametumia sellotape kuandika jina. I can't even remember what they had written. Like it was the shoddiest thing I had ever seen. Just, oh Jesus, it looked like at piece ya mtoto wako 5 years old. I'm not even kidding. The moment I saw that, by the way, I just knew, hizi kama si zile vitu za M Global ama unakuja kunipatia dawa mende niuze. I don't know. I just knew nothing good is going to come out of it. But just like, no. The lady who DM'd me, alafu, when I saw her profile and I remember just seeing her picture and how she was dressed in, I was just like, you look like a decent lady. I mean, where is the you scam watu? Goodness, I should have known. Goodness, I should have known. Hey, so hiyo seltip ilikuwa imetumika, wameandika something like sijui airlight, sijui the airlight, sijui what group or company or something. Just I can't even remember. Also, there was a TV. What's playing on the TV? Engage Kenya. I think people know Engage. It's like the Kenyan version of TED Talk. So the videos were playing. Two of them were playing. Like, they played two videos consecutively by the time the quote unquote interview was walifika. So anyway, acha niende mbio kidogo. After now a couple of minutes, like 1 hour tangu tumeka hapo, not like actually 1 hour 15 minutes now after watu wamefika. So two ladies walked in, one a bit older and one a bit younger. By younger, I mean late 20s. The other one, say, early 40s. So the one early 40s one, akaingia, she requested people to come to the front. And then mimi obedient, nice girl, I'll follow what you ask me to do. So maybe nani, koza nikatembea, nikaenda mpaka front row. Nilienda kama nimeka front row hivi, alafu front row had like 10 seats. Nikarealize, unajua mimi niliamka amongst the first people, so I just went, nikatembea, just went sat kwa hiyo front row. I was the only person kwa front row. I'm mentioning this because utaona hapo mbele why this fucked me up. So I went sat front row alone. And then all the other people were like from the second row, like just a bunch of people. I've said we were like 50 people. So the first lady comes, requests us to songa mbele. We did. She introduces herself, introduces the company, nini, says she's the founder, she's the CEO, and then, but she's not the one who's going to take us through what what we went there to do. And then now she introduces now this other lady who is the one that replied to me on LinkedIn. So this lady comes. Acha nikwambie, juu mimi najua, wacha tu niseme tu, neza soma watu vizuri kiplani. The first thing I noticed about this lady is she is dressed. Not dressed like office dress, not corporate dressed. I mean, she looks like I can't even, I don't even know how to explain it. She looks like she was nashindwa, Jesus Christ. So anyway, actually, let me just describe how she was dressed. She had a nice, inviting jumpsuit on. When I say inviting, I mean, imemshika kwa the right places. Kila mahali, actually. She has a great body, and she has shown us a great body. So, in short, she doesn't look like she's going to the office, or she was from the office, or she's working. There's nothing corporate about her dressing. It looks like she's probably going for a nice date somewhere, or just a lunch with her friends, or actually an event. She looks like she's going to an event. Her heels, hey, I wish I could attach a picture uone what I'm talking about. Her heels zinakaa zile za photoshoot za graduation. Naona zile heels huwezi enda nazo church. Like, they are nice heels, but huwezi enda nazo church, huwezi enda nazo ofisi, huwezi enda nazo sijui nitasemaje, kuona mom-in-law, huwezi enda nazo. I mean, there was so much that was just confusing about how she had presented herself. So the jumpsuit, the heels, her makeup was overly done. And all this is just from, my personal assessment of her dressing and how she presented herself. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I felt like, the way, kama unakuja kuuzia mtu kitu yenye itabidi kwanza gain attention yake, you're gonna have to put a little bit of effort. And that's exactly what I'm trying to say here. I could tell that she had dressed the way she had dressed to capture that attention. Am I making sense? She deliberately dressed the way she had dressed just to capture people's attention. So when I saw her, I mean, she she was, I mean, if I was on the streets, you wouldn't have missed her. Anyway, so she introduces herself. She's vibrant. She's, she's just, her energy is up there. Yani, yeah, you can tell this is a sales lady for sure. Like, no doubt, this lady is a sales lady. High pitch, talking nonstop, na 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 na. As in, she's really, really going with it. Hey. So now she starts presenting. Wako na mpaka, so your TV ndo wana present nini? They have like they have a PowerPoint presentation. So I think the lady, the CEO, because she had sat at the back, yeye ndo alikuwa na ana control the PowerPoints, like she was the one who was helping her, whatever. So she starts presenting this thing. Hey. By the way, ukienda mahali kwa hall ama anywhere kuna mkutano ya watu wembo wasonge mbele, please usikae mbele, tafadhali usikae mbele. Juu kama ni kutoka unataka kutoka, uwezi toka. Kama ni kucheka unataka kucheka, uwezi cheka. Kama ni whatever it is, there's so much you cannot do. Like, there are so many times I just wanted to laugh. I wanted to wear some facial expressions. I couldn't, because literally me pekendo niko front row, she's looking at me. I mean, a lot of times when she's looking at the front row, it's my face that she's meeting and that she's seeing. So tell me, first of all, I have told you the 3 red flags that I had noticed day one, the previous day, when now she called me for the interview, lol, or training or whatever it is, for the job actually. Now on this day, red flag number 1 kwa hiyo PowerPoint presentation. Red flag number 1. How is it that you have called people for a job and the first thing you're telling them is benefits? I mean, like, I remember that thing just started and she's like, now we do what? I want to tell you about some of the benefits that we're offering. When you work with us. I'm like, how do you start? Benefits are probably the last thing you'll tell me. I mean, that's like don't you want to vet me? Don't you want to know if I'm going to generate sales for you? Don't you want to know how well, my CV actually speaks truth? I mean, don't you want to know what kind of a person I am? Don't you want to know if I'm going to fit into your company well? Don't you want to know if I can join your other team members? Don't you want to know that? Don't you want to tell me about the roles that I'm coming to, to do and to play fast before telling me benefits and do what? So that was red flag number 1, benefits. And remember, by the way, the moment I walked into this room, I just knew it was going to be nonsense. Don't forget, mimi hapa nataka kujua nini na happen hapa. Like, I just want to know, like, I just want to know what's happening here. So red flag number 1, she starts telling us about benefits. Hey, kwanza, oh my God, I've just remembered that she said traveling. I'm coming for a sales and marketing job. You're talking to me about traveling worldwide. I mean, what are we even doing here? So anyway, there's a long list of, she presents a long list of benefits that you'll get once you join the company. That's the first thing. So that's the first red flag. Red flag number 2, she goes ahead and shows us the certificate of registration at the company. Continues to explain to us that they are verified by KRA and that their products have been verified by KEBS. So at this point, I'm thinking, why do you need to prove to people that your company is legal? Why do you need to come and tell people that, this is just to show you that we're not running an illegal business here. Everything is legal. We have been, we pay our taxes. The government knows that we're operating. Oh my gosh. But this whole time as she's speaking, actually the moment she presented the benefits, I had already started formulating my way out. Like, I was just trying to figure out, sasa kwanza najiambia, nani aliniambia nikae mbele shwali? Ikerere kukaa mbele nilitoa wapi Mungu wangu? Nikakaa mbele kanisa, watu wakiambiwa enda waombewe. Sasa mbona nini imenileta hapa mbele shwali? I started formulating a plan because I didn't know how to get out of there. Already niko front row peke yangu. So anyway, she has presented the certificate and what, telling us that they're illegal or whatever. The next thing she now tells us is the banks that they have partnered with. So they have partnered with EcoBank and what was the other bank? I think Stanbic Bank. And she goes ahead to explain to us why they have partnered with those two banks, that they are not local banks, they are Pan-African banks. Then she goes ahead, all this is just enticing. Kumbuka enticing ilianza the moment she walked in. She captures your attention with the way she's dressed, how she looks, she has really presented herself. I mean, she's truly selling whatever product she's selling well, because it starts from what meets the eye, leave alone even Kenyatta kuambia what meets the eye. So even as she's talking, probably like 60-70% of the people are just looking at her ass. People are just looking at her nyash, man. Like even mimi nilikuwa najishika. Just it as in, surely there's no side angetan and you don't see it. And I'm telling you, because there are times like nilikuwa nimeka like in a way ni kama nimekaa na side, so nilikuwa naona watu kwanza the gents there, the poor gents, the poor 18-year-old boys, 20 hey boys, please don't come for me, let me correct that, let me just call you men, I'm not about to fight with people. The 18-year-old men, 22-year-old men, 21-year-olds, like, I could see these guys were so young and they were probably not, hakuna kitu walikuwa nashika, hakuna kitu wao walikuwa nasikia hata moja. And it's also funny because when she was asking questions, or how you're engaging with your audience, ile you just ask maswali huko katikati just for engagement, she never asked any lady a question. Like when she was pointing, just pointing at those two gents. It was just, I mean, everything. Anyway, my gosh. So now she goes ahead to explain to us why they have partnered with so-called Pan-African banks and not local banks, and because their company is international, it's not a local company. She goes now ahead to explain to people when the company was formed, that sijui the parent country is Philippines. It was formed in this year. It is global. It's in this number of countries. It came to East Africa this time. But when all this is happening, by the way, the moment she started a presentation, remember the benefits, the moment she started a presentation, it reminded me of a time when a family friend of mine called me for something similar. Like she had called me, she was like, there's an opportunity here, I'd want to go with you. Already how she was working in the company. So she's just like, you should come, nikuonyeshe nini, it's a good opportunity, I've made a lot of money. So I went because she was a family friend, and if anything, it's even her mom who called my mom. Ila, by the way, ebu leta namba yako, ebu nipe namba yako, let my daughter call your daughter, there's something she's been doing well, wacha muingize. And it was because of that one. I remember we went to Westlands. It was in Westlands. It was in, is it called Krishna Center? I think that building is called Krishna Center. The setup, everything looked so nice. As in, from the entrance, from they even offered us breakfast, nini. There were even like pull-up banners. There was branding, everything. As in, there were the company heads, the nini. I'm telling you, as in, they made sure to sell whatever they were selling. And by the time we got out of that place, so many people had signed up. And remember, they're asking you for money. Anyway, I've not even gotten that. Sijafika hata kwa hiyo part bado kwa hii story. So now she's telling us how this company is international, and that's why they can't work with banks like Equity or Family or Cooperative nini. Okay, and as she's explaining all this to people, kumbuka kuna venye nimeslant like na side. So I'm also like reading the environment, like how people are reacting, their facial expressions, how they have sat, how they're responding to what she's saying or what they're reading for presentation. Okay. So I'm also noticing that a few people already wanajua tu in ujinga. Actually, if anything, in the first 20 minutes of her kutupaka mafuta, like 15 people left. But then 15 people left. That's why I'm wishing I had not sat in front, because ningetoka tu like in the first 2 minutes. Like ningejua tu, because the main purpose was to know and to see nini imeitia watu, nini hii yenye, as in, niliamka mapema kukuja hapa kufanya nini, nataka kuona hii nini hii mmeniambia nikuje nifanye, what is this job you guys are offering. So at this point, presentation tu bado inaendelea. Red flag number 3. But it was at this moment that I knew I shouldn't even have stayed in the first place. It was at this moment that I knew I'm dealing with as in, oh my Jesus Lord, I just knew that I had wasted my time. I wished, see, I wish I would have just trusted my gut and my instinct, not even my gut and my instinct, my reasoning. This has nothing even to do with gut and instinct. Reasoning. Like the moment I opened that office door and entered and evaluated everything in 30 seconds, I wish my reasoning was ingekuwa enough kutoka kwa hiyo situation yani. So red flag number 3. I know this is going to sound petty maybe, but to me it just didn't make sense. So as she's presenting, in one of her slides, the title went something like this. Ati some of the questions that people have asked us a lot. Nilijua. Nyinyi hata kumbe hamjasoma. As in, no, please, by the way, I don't know how that sounded, but come on, seriously. As in, surely. How can you, here are some of the many questions that some people have asked us a lot. Are those, wait, okay. Like, but then at this moment in Lijua tu, nyinyi, this is not a company. You guys don't understand. You don't even have basic language. I mean, this is basic business language, corporate language. FAQs. You want to tell me heading ya FAQs, you're going to write that long statement. I just knew, nyinyi, hata kama ningekuwa kudanganyika, hii kitu moja ndio ningejua, hamwezi nidanganya nayo. I know I'm not dealing with professionals. Actually, that's what I meant to say. Si ati hawajasoma. It's that I knew I'm not dealing with professionals. You know, even when you're scammers, like these people who scam people who con people, these guys are smart people. There's no smart person who's going to propose something to you, like, yeah, give a proposition, and then kwa FAQs, ameandika hivo. Please, come on. What are you doing? You should have asked someone. As in, come on. Like, oh my Jesus Lord. As in, the moment I saw that, I just wanted to laugh. Niwe tu singeza because, like I've said, nilikuwa nimeka front row. I just wanted to laugh. I'm just like, this is the most, even my class 7 cousin knows FAQs. They know anybody who uses a phone. Anybody, if you have an app, you know what FAQs are. How can you use that long statement to, oh my goodness. But at this point, I was just like, I was blaming myself for wasting this much time. Saizo niko na njaa, as in, if anything, I'm just glad that I didn't allow myself to get to the point of frustration, because I would have started crying. That laughter would have now just turned into cries. So after that, she went on for a whole 20-25 minutes. She hasn't told anyone about what products the company is selling, what products they want you to push for or to sell or whatever, what your roles are. For a whole 25 minutes, there's nothing she has said. For a whole 25 minutes, anawaentice to benefits, luxury, money, sijui what, we are legal, we are registered, banks, companies, nini, testimonials, even testimonials. As in, guy, mnajua wase wanabookingi hizi rooms CBD kufanya tu kazi. As in, oh my goodness. And what's funny is that these people who do this, they know how to take advantage of people. Like, they know, because people do, sign up for this, whatever it is. I was about to say programs, but it's not a program. These jobs, these opportunities, quote unquote. People actually do these things, yani. People invest money in these things. People believe. Oh my goodness. As in, So actually, let me just tell you my last red flag, which almost this one almost took me to the floor. I think I was about to cry. I was about to laugh to the point of crying, yani. But then kuka hapo mbele ili nikosea sana, ili ninge react na ningefanya vitu mingi sana kama ningekuwa katikati ya watu ama ningekuwa nyuma. Kuka hapo mbele sitaika mbele tena. Songeni mbele. Aya, mimi uko backbench bado. Actually hata sitakuwa nasimama. Kitambo nilikuwa nilikuwa kichwa ngumu, watu wanaambia songe mbele, mimi nakaa kwenye niko. Ndaanza sasa kufanya hivyo tena. Juu kerere yuko nisaidia. So this lady, tell me why she's telling people that ati in a year you can make, not even you will make up to 3 million. And you know the funniest bit, it's not even that she said it, it's that people actually believed it. Like, and I really like, watching people and just observing them and watch tu watu na kuobserve body language ya watu. A good number of people there actually believed it. Because the lady who had sat behind me, I couldn't see her because of course yeti ningetani muangalie, but with how she was responding, oh my goodness, she was elated. She was, if anything, for her, nona ile maombi niliomba, kama aliomba the same maombi alikuwa anajua yake ishakuwa answered. She was like, mmekuwa wapi time yote nikitafuta kazi? Where have you guys been? You mean 3 million? You mean I can make 3 million in 1 year? Na nakwambia, people buy these things. People actually believe them. Now let me tell you, hata siko ubaya. Acha nikwambia now what was going through my mind as she was saying this. Because I remember when she mentioned it, she was just right in front of me, hapo tu, under my nose, hapo. Okay, under my nose means something different. Does it? I'm not sure. Anyway, she was just right there. Mbele yangu, right there in front of me. The moment she said 3 million, and remember she has been in the company for 3 years, the first thing I looked at is her hair. Siko ubaya. You can tell if somebody's earning 3 million in a year. Come on. 3 million? You know how much money is 3 million in 1 year? Come on, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's like, what, 240,000 a month? I don't know. Maybe I've not calculated it well, but 3 million in 1 year. First thing I noticed is the wig she had on. Wig yake ni ile, mnajua ile bob cut, si bob cut, ile bob wig ya best lady ya 800 bob. Hiyo ndo akona kwa kichwa. That's the first thing I noticed. Second thing I noticed is her nails. Nails za mikono, nails za miguu. Sister, I have been jobless for a while. There's no way I'm looking better than you and you're earning 3 million. There's no way. There's absolutely no way I can grow myself better than you can. And I'm grooming myself with no money. There's no way you can tell me with your 3 million, this is how you look when you groom yourself. As in, I'm just like, kwanza I was looking at her and then my side eye inaangalia watu and I'm like, wow, people actually, watu wamechanganikiwa with her nyash. As in, surely hakuna mtu anaona kanya naona, because people are believing this shit. Like, guys were nodding, guys were like, wow, 3 million. Mpaka nawauliza, can you imagine making 3 million a year in this economy? Can you imagine? Some guys were even clapping. Like, whoa, wow, that's fantastic. I'm telling you, these people actually con people and people actually believe them. So after now, she talks about now the 3 million. This is now 25 minutes in. After ametupaka mafuta, ametudanganya. Now she started telling us about the products now that they're selling. This is now where the jokes now zina kick in vizuri, zina settle in vizuri. So the first thing, your slide nakumbuka tu ilikuja tu hivi. The first thing she's like, so when you join our company, the first package that you buy sijui is $100 and what dollars, it's equivalent to 29,000. And I'm just like, oh Jesus Lord, guy, I should have just listened to my intuition the previous day when I checked her profile and I probably knew it was a scam. If anything, I actually told someone that I have a feeling this is just hii tu ni ujinga nyana tu kufanya. The only thing by the way that I was worried about was that nitaenda huko niibiwe. I've had stories, people go sijui for interviews or sijui for what, sijui photo shoots or what, you're given water, you're drugged, you wake up, you don't even have shoes. Like, these guys will steal everything. They'll steal your phone, they'll steal your wallet, your cash, they'll steal your shoes. As in, like, I've had some pretty crazy stories out here. So the only thing that I didn't want to happen to me was kuibiwa. I had a feeling this is going to be nonsense, but like I've said, when you're looking for a job and you're serious about it, you're operating on that mindset that no, this might be an opportunity. You never know. I might even go to town and meet someone who'll maybe somebody that I've ever worked with before, and then like hiyo tu kujituma tu, like mtu operate na hiyo mindset ya ati nimejituma and mtu akijituma, something good always comes out of it. Hey, my goodness. Yeah, 3 million a year. 3 million a year is what was about to come out of it, lol. So the moment ameanza kusema two packages, by the way, I think at this point I realized, nikaanza kuanalyze the previous day, from the moment she texted me up to the moment nimtoka kwa nyumba, and just realizing hii 500 nimetumia kama fare kutengeneza kiatu, sijui kufanya nini, sijui kuprint paper, sijui kufanya nini. I'm like, hii pesa ningenunua tu guarana 2 nikaitu kwa nyumba. I'm not even kidding. Either way I've wasted it. Truly, either way I've wasted it. Ningenunua tu guarana 2 nikaitu kwa nyumba, nione tu movie. I mean, seriously. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. But the reason why I'm sharing this story, this is not even something new. It's not even like an interesting or a funny story. It's just that truly when you're job searching, unajionanga vitu mingi sana. As in, unajionanga vitu mingi sana. When you're meeting people, getting yourself into different environments, work environments, as in, unajua when you're going for an interview, aujui what utapata. You don't know what kind of questions you'll be asked. You don't know who you'll meet. You don't know what personality wako nayo. You don't know how they'll receive you. You don't know how they'll see you. You don't know anything. I mean, truly, it's unaingia tu mahali almost blindly. The only thing that you can have is the company's information to help you prepare for your interview, which kumbuka hata si kwa niyo company information, jote yo company hata haiko kwa Google search, na pia hata sijaitwa interview, mimi nimeitwa job, unaelewa. Mi nimeambiwa come, you are ready to incorporate you into our team, we come, let's train you. As in, what a waste of my time. I mean, what a waste of my precious time. So many times, by the way, not even ask, if you're listening to this and you've gone through that phase, especially if it's for a long period of time, like if you've maybe job searched for 6 months plus, you know what I'm talking about. Interviews are hectic. Looking for a job is hectic. Trying to, oh my Jesus Lord, it's hectic. You meet, oh my, but then even as I'm saying this, like, I've just realized how tired I am. Like, I've just realized how tired I am. Literally, I've spent like 40 minutes plus talking about this. I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired. I think I'm disappointed in myself that I didn't just trust my reasoning. But then this has nothing to do with gut or intuition. This is just purely reasoning. As in, reason na nikona ni ujinga tu na tu kufanyishwa, but mimi nani ndio huo nikajipeleka. Hey, anyway, to anybody who's looking for a job, especially if you're a bit older, oh goodness, I know your struggle. When I say a bit older, I mean you're above 25. When you're above 25, most likely umemaliza shule, you've probably graduated. Life is now looking different for you and your peers, like right now. And I'm going to make this by their separate episode, but let me just mention a few things. Like right now, when I look around me, everyone's life is so different. There are people who have already finished their masters. I know somebody who's doing their PhD right now, and they're like 27. Like, they're already doing their PhD. Jesus, Lord, goodness. There's somebody who has never worked in their entire life. Kuna mtu hajaishi kapesa. There's another person who's a trust fund baby. There are kids who are trust fund babies. There are kids who come from, good families, and their parents are willing to support them up until themselves are ready and willing to support themselves. There's somebody else with 2 kids and running a business yenye hajui anapata pesa ngapi every day, and they have 2 kids to raise. There's somebody else ameenda majuu. There's somebody else who has gone abroad to further their studies. They're probably doing their masters there. There's somebody else who's married and running a business with a husband. There's somebody else who has gotten a nice top white collar job. Like, there's somebody working at the UN right now. As in, goodness, life looks so different for so many people. There's somebody else who graduated with a very good degree. Probably you have like as in, you graduated with a degree on actual science. No, ako mjengo. As in, life just looks so different for all of us after school. So different. So anyway, if you're in the situation, in the place that I'm in right now, in short, if you're looking for a job, if or you've been jobless for a while, or you don't know, you just don't understand ni nini maisha yako iko saizi, venye maisha yako inakaa saizi. Oh, my dear sweetheart, let me give out my second hug of the day to those people. Let me just, I'm squeezing myself right now. I'm giving, okay, that kind of sounded like I was pooping. That sounded weird. That sounded so weird. Anyway, I feel your pain. I know the struggles that you go through. I know there are times that, like in my situation in this story, there are times when you know, I mean, surely you know that in you jinga, as in you know, you're in your gut, your intuition, your reasoning, your mind is telling you this is nonsense, but still you will go with that ka little hope. Hata kama hiyo opportunity utaipata kwa hiyo ofisi, unaweza toka nje. Like for me, I braid hair, so sometimes najiambianga hata nikatoka tu nje na ni interact na mtu, like niko na mdomo mimi ya kuongelesha watu, so sometimes I just engage people and I want to, not even I want to, and I get to promote my business, or I just ask someone, hey, umeshukiwa wapi? Oh, bread zako zinakaa poa nini nini, and I sell myself, mimi nauza biashara yangu pia, and you end up maybe even getting a client there. Or even unaweza enda hiyo interview ujinga, and then huo mtu mwenye anakuinterview upate kuna kitu sasa wewe mwenyewe unaweza muuzia. Like for example, if I braid hair, naweza enda nipate huo mama naweza mgeuza kwa customer wangu. So like I said, you mainly operate on that mindset that any chance you get to be out there, to show yourself, is an opportunity for something. So I know it can get frustrating, to be honest. Like, it can get frustrating. It can really get frustrating, tiring. As in, oh my goodness. Like, if you're in this situation, I feel you. I feel what you're going through. And if anything, by the way, I'd want to know the kind of struggles people are going through. When I say struggles, I mean in searching for a job. Because I know so many people right now are jobless. Like, either you lost your job, or you have not worked for a while, or you've even never worked at all. Like, maybe you even graduated 3 years ago. You've never worked at all. Maybe you graduated and then umekuja sasa fully nje ya dunia, and you realize, oh God, I knew nothing about this space I'm in. Like, you don't know how to go about life. You don't know how to go about searching for jobs. You don't know how to talk to people and maybe seek help where you can get it. Like, I know it's confusing for some people. Like, I'm telling you, life looks so different for so many, or not even for so many, for all of us right now. And for people who are jobless or not, or just struggling, oh, let me just say, I know how it feels. That's what I'm saying. I know how it feels. And I know that so many times, utajipata kwa station yenye nilijipata. You'll probably go somewhere and get scammed. You'll probably go somewhere uibiwe. You'll go somewhere and get a very bad response from those people. You'll go somewhere and, my goodness. Like, I've just remembered, I had an interview a couple of weeks ago, and I remember just crying. Like, as in, those guys drilled nails into me. I'm not even kidding. Like, when you leave an interview and you're sure you'll not get that job. I just knew I'll not get that job. I need to sort mine. Like, nakumbuka nilishuka 2 stairs. I didn't even take the elevator. I just decided, no, I'm going to take the stairs so that I can just get a corner and just cry. And I shook at like 2 floors, and I turned somewhere, took a turn somewhere, and nikaenda nikapata like a kitchen or something. I just entered into that kitchen alone, and I just cried. Because they had a mirror, so I was just crying in front of the mirror like a sick woman. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'd like to know what kind of experiences people are going through. If you're looking for a job, have you met a scammer? Have you met somebody umeibiwa kitu? Have you gotten a job and it ended up not being what they promised? Do you have a success story, by the way? Because also a lot of people are getting good jobs. People are actually getting good jobs. People are starting their careers. So, like I said, life looks different for all of us. So, yeah, this was just a random story. I just thought of giving you. But there, before I recorded this, I was trying to figure out what I'm going to record for my fourth for my fourth episode, which, yes, I'm recording late. That's why this is like a last minute thing. But yesterday night, because I was giving my mom this story, and she was just like, because we were just laughing here, and I was giving my mom this story, she's like, si upeleke hiyo kitu yako podcast. But like, it was like a light bulb moment. Like, you know what? I don't even know why I was stressing about getting something, not even getting, what am I trying to say? Figuring out what I'm going to talk about and planning it. This is something that, because it's still fresh. It happened yesterday. It's fresh. I didn't have to sit and plan this episode. So I'm just glad that I did it. I'm glad that I, still even experienced that day, by the way. If anything, sinimewambia mi ushuka na nywele. Oh, have I just plugged myself? Have I just plugged myself on my platform? Please actually check my page out on Instagram. I do braid hair, and I'm on Instagram as braids nyumbani, braids_nyumbani. So book me, please. Now that you know I'm jobless and I'm trying to get a job, at least support my business. And I'm still going to get a job even as I work on my other projects and my other businesses. But then let me tell you one thing. Let me just give props to people who are on salary. The best thing about being on salary is that you are sure, you're sure that there's an amount of money you're expecting every month that you can plan for and budget for. I think that has to be the number one thing that I would say as of now I see as a good benefit ya kuwa on salary, because unaweza jipanga, unaweza anticipate, na unaweza jipanga, unaweza plan, unaweza save, unaweza like hiyo stability ya hiyo sijui kama stability is the right word to use, but just having that money that you're sure of is going to come into your account, get into your account every single month. That makes a whole lot of difference. It makes a whole lot of difference compared to somebody who doesn't have a job, or somebody who's running maybe a business or has just started a business. It's a murky place to be in, because hauna hiyo constant flow of money. Actually, that's what I'm trying to voice here. It's the constant flow of money. Like there's a constant amount, and it's constantly flowing. That's probably the best thing about being on salary. So even though you run a business, I think or rather, until you get to a point where your business is stable enough, you'll still be unstable with your business. So that's why personally I'm trying to get a job, because we are getting older. There are many things to be done. There are things that even my own business needs money ya kuinject ndani. Where am I going to get the money from? So anyway, oh my gosh, I have a feeling this is going to be my most boring episode. Jesus Christ. And thank God I'm saying this towards the end, because I don't want to say that and push people away. Please, if you are bored, just give me another chance. Please. Okay, no, I'm done joking. So anyway, thank you so much for listening to this episode. Mpaka mwisho. I love you so much. Thank you for being part of this community. Truly, I'm super grateful for anyone who's taken the time to join me here, to help me build this brand and this. I actually like just to call it a community, because it is a community. This is, like I said, we're doing life together here. So this is a community, and thank you so much. I'm truly grateful for you being here. My hope is that you are enjoying this. You are going to continue to enjoy this, and also it's going to get better with time. When you start something, or when something is just starting, it is the worst that it could be. Am I making sense? I think that makes sense. So I'm at my worst right now, and each and every single time I'm making a new episode, I'm just improving. So for you guys who are here with me from the beginning, I'm so we please share this episode or this whole podcast with your friend or your family member, your lover. I would love if we continued building this community together, mazee. So tusaidiana hapa, tujangane. Like I said, we are going to soon, not now, but soon, sometime soon, I'm going to start having guests over, because I don't only want to share my stories or my opinions or my points of views. It's points of view. Hey, Kiingereza ilikuja na meli. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. In my other episode, a friend of mine called me to just tell me, did you just say, I don't say, actually, I remember it's not a friend of mine, it's my sister. My sister called to just tell me, did I just hear you say the word kujikanganya? Who uses kujikanganya? Yeah, me. I do. That's me. I'm raising up my hand. Teacher, me. That's me. Anyway, let me just conclude this. A very big thank you again to all of you who have listened to this up to the end. Truly, 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 I'm grateful that you're with me here as I'm making my mistakes, that you're still giving me a chance, and I love you so, 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 so much. I'm going to see you. Yeah, we're going to meet in the next episode. Next Saturday. I love you so much. Take care. May God bless you. And yeah, mwah, mwah. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to share this. Bye. So anyway, thank you so much for listening to this episode mpaka mwisho. You know, I love you so much. Thank you for being part of this community. Truly, 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 I'm super, super grateful for anyone who's taken the time to join me here, to help me build this brand and this. I actually like just to call it a community because it is a community. This is, like I said, we're doing life together here. So this is a community, and thank you so, so much. I'm truly, truly grateful for you being here. My hope is that you are enjoying this. You are going to continue to enjoy this. And also it's going to get better with time. You know, when you start something, or when something is just starting, it is the worst that it could be. Am I making sense? I think that makes sense. So I'm at my worst right now, and each and every single time I'm making a new episode, I'm just improving and improving and improving. So for you guys who are here with me from the beginning, I'm so, so grateful. Please share this episode or this whole podcast with your friend or your family member, your lover. I would love if, you know, we continued building this community together, mazee. So tusaidiana hapa, tujangane. Like I said, we are going to soon, not now, but soon, sometime soon, I'm going to start having guests over, because I don't only want to share my stories or my opinions or, you know, my points of views. It's points of view. Points of view. Hey, Kiingereza ilikujana meli. Oh my goodness. In my other episode, a friend of mine called me to just tell me, did you just say, I don't say, actually, I remember it's not a friend of mine, it's my sister. My sister called to just tell me, did I just hear you say the word kujikanganya? Who uses kujikanganya? Yeah, me. I do. That's me. I'm raising up my hand. Teacher, me. That's me. Anyway, let me just conclude this. A very big thank you again to all of you who have listened to this up to the end. Truly, 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 I'm grateful that you're with me here as I'm making my mistakes, that you're still giving me a chance, and I love you so, 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 so much. I'm going to see you. Yeah, we're going to meet in the next episode next Saturday. I love you so much. Take care. May God bless you. And yeah, mwah, mwah. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to share this. Bye.